morning to all. Hope you all are fine and safe at home. Today we are going to start a new topic in our heat chapter, that is good and bad conductors. Actually it's our continuation part. In our live class we learned that transfer of heat, right? That what is transfer of heat? The flow of heat from the flow of heat of an object at a high temperature to the lower temperature is considered as flow of heat, and this flow of heat may happens in three ways. That also we discussed by the process of conduction, convection and radiation. Then we discussed about the conduction. Conduction means that the transfer of heat from the hotter end to the colder end of an object without actual movement, that is considered as conduction. And we discussed the process of conduction in various cases with the help of an activity and all we discussed in our live class. And now we are going to discuss conduction is the process of transfer of heat in an object from the hotter end to the colder end and not without any actual movement of the molecules, and their condition required for that conduction also we learned that objects are in contact with each other and there should be a temperature difference. Okay, now we can discuss good and bad conductors. When we consider about this good and bad conductors, before going to explain this, we can just say an activity. When we take a hot beaker or a hot water containing beaker, in that beaker we can put some articles, we can dip some articles, for example scales and steel spoon, divider and pencil. These four articles when we dip into this hot water containing beaker, and we just allow it for or after 2 or 3 minutes, when we touch the other end, only one end is contact with this hot water, the other end is above the water level. Okay, when we are touching time, did we feel any hotness or is there any changes in the other end? One end is immersed into the hot water containing beaker. Then after some times when we touch the other end of these articles like scales, pencils and divider and steel spoon, and is there any changes in other end? Is it have any kinds of change? Yes. In some articles one end might be hot and the others no change. Can you say which of the objects have these kinds of hotness you may feel? Yes, in the case of divider, and when we touch the one end of divider and steel spoon, it becomes hot. Why? Because there should be a conduction process, or there is a transfer of heat from the hot end to the colder end. Then there is no without actual movement of the molecules. Okay, so that too. Why these two becomes hot? Because there should be a transfer of heat, and these two objects are good conductors of heat. They are allow the passage of heat. Okay, so we can say that these two in this activity, when we consider about this activity, the steel scales and divider becomes hot. That is mainly because of there is a chance of transfer of heat. And the other case, and we can say that this, is there any similarities in both this divider and this steel spoon? Yes, these both are made up of metals, right? Then when we consider about the other articles like plastic scales and pencils, and there is no change in their temperature. Why? One end is hot and the other end is no changes, not hotter, as remains the same. Because this scale is made up of plastics and the pencil is made with wood. This do not allow the heat to transfer from the colder end to hot end, right? We can say them. So we can say these plastics or wood, they are not allowing it to pass through it. So we can call them like insulators. Okay, insulator. First case we discussed, when we discussed about the steel scales and divider, these are made with metals and there is a transfer of heat, or the hotter end, the transfer of heat from the hotter end to the colder end. Okay, so we can say that these steel or divider are example. These are made with metals and they are conductors of heat. They are conductors. So now we can define them. What is conductor and what is insulators? Okay, conductors means that the materials which allows the heat to pass through it, it is considered as conductors. The conductors, the materials which allow the heat to pass through them, it's considered as conductors. For examples, this steel, iron, copper and all kinds of metals and some non-metals. These all we can consider as the examples of conductors. Stainless steel, these all also we can consider at the category of conductors. And what do you mean by insulators? According to our previous activity, you can say the answer. When we consider about the plastic scale and pencils, they are made with wood and plastics and all. They are not like insulators, we said. So insulators means that the materials which do not allow the heat to pass through it, it is considered as insulators. And its example, wood and plastics, asbestos, mud. These all we can consider at the category of insulators. At the same time, we can say that the pure water, that means distilled water, the purest form of water we can consider as a distilled water. This pure water is also a bad conductor of heat, or they are also we can consider in the category. And pure water and air also we can consider as they are insulators. Mostly these liquids and gases are insulators. Air and distilled water. Distilled water is the purest form of water. They are also a bad conductor of heat. And at the most of the liquids and gases are in the category of insulators or bad conductor of heat. And this we can how can we means this we can explain with the help of an activity. And this activity we are actually showing that in your textbook it is given to show that the pure water is a poor conductor of heat. How can we prove this? For this activity we needed test tubes and ice cubes, water, then we need a test tube holder, then burner. These are the things needed for doing this activity. Okay, and for this activity we have to take an means we have to put some ice cubes in the test tubes and add, means we have to fill 3/4 of the water, distilled water. Purest form of water is distilled water, or that pure water into that test tube. Okay, and here already you can see here, and for we need to heat the test tubes from near the mouth portion, means near the mouth portion. We already took the 3/4 of the water. Near the mouth portion we just heat the test tube. So in that case you can see that there is no melting of ice cubes at the bottom side, which means that there is no transfer of heat from the top to bottom end. We are actually heating from the top end and that heat is not transferred to the bottom. If it is transferring, then what will happen is that ice cubes may melt. But in this case this ice cube is not melting fastly. That is because of this distilled water does not allow the heat to pass through them. Okay, so that's why we can say that we can conclude that pure water is a bad conductor of heat. Okay, so in this activity also we were discussed about the process. That means we shown that the pure water is a poor conductor of heat. And the coming cases also we can discuss the poor conduction of air and water also we can discuss later. And next topic is The main uses of good conductors of heat means that the kitchen utensils, that means the things. Kitchen utensils are actually we can consider as a use of good conduction of heat, and mostly these kitchen utensils are made with metals, because these metals are good conductor of heat. And when we consider about the pressure cooker or pan, so that time these pan or pressure cookers and these materials are made with metals or alloys. They are good conductors of heat, and when we are cooking time, it can absorb more amount of heat, and as a result these cooking items or vegetables or anything, it will boil fastly. Okay, so we can say that the cooking utensils are mainly made with these kinds of metals, alloys or stainless steel, brass and all, because these kinds of metals allow more heat to pass through them. Then what will happen is these kinds of, what are the things we need to prepare, if it is vegetables and all, it will get the heat easily passes through them, so suddenly we can make the food items and all, we can boil it fastly, because by using these kinds of metals in or that's why we are using these metals to make these kinds of kitchen utensils. Okay, these are the main use of what good conductors of heat, and now we can discuss the uses of bad conductors of heat. And in the first case itself we can consider, when we when we are using these kitchen utensils and all, it may having some handles. Okay, in pressure cookers you can see that black colored handles, right? And these handles are actually made with bakelite or like this non-conducting or insulators. So we can, if that pan or this pressure cooker, if it is too hot, even though we can hold it with their handles, because that handle is made with the insulator. Okay, handles made with wooden or bakelite, like this kinds of materials, they are insulators. And these insulators should means normally we know that it does not allows the heat to transfer through it. So in the pan, that pan the contact with, or when we consider about the pressure cookers and all, that handles, it is made with this insulator, so that we can easily hold, even these utensils are to hold, then also we can hold it easily, because that heat these handles are made with the insulators, and this insulators does not allows the hot or heat to transfer from the hot part to the colder region. It will not allow. So we can easily hold these kinds of utensils at the time of cooking and all. That is because of these handles are made with the insulators. Okay, that is the first use of bad conductors of heat. The kitchen utensils, the handles of kitchen utensils are made with wooden or bakelite and all. Bakelite means like plastics coatings and all. So it will be will not allow the heat to transfer quickly to the handles and all. Okay, so we can easily carry them. Use is false ceiling. False ceiling is actually made with plaster of Paris or asbestos and all. So in that case, when we are making this false ceiling, there should be an air space in between two ceilings, and it avoid the transfer of heat from the rooms or that particular place. Okay, that transfer, how this transfer it, that means in a room, if we made this false ceiling, so in summer time what will happen is it prevents the outer air to come inside, and in winter season it prevents the movement. The provide layer of air between two ceilings that keeps room warm during winters, and it makes a layer of, okay, this false ceilings actually it provide a layer of air in the room, and it prevents the, it keeps the room warm in winters and cool in summer. the four ceilings air will be there. So this air is act as an, already I told you that air is a bad conductor of heat. So this bad conductor of heat make the make the room warm at a colder climate, warm in winter and cold in summer, or that means it prevent the transfer of heat from the outside to inside. Okay, and third one is woolen garments. That means we know that in the cold time, normally the peoples in other countries, in Kerala's climate is, will be moderate temperatures in every time. So in the cold and the peoples, those who are living in the extreme cold regions and all, normally in India, when we consider about the North India like Rajasthan or like that places, Delhi and all, they means other countries also have extreme cold climate. Okay, and in our case we can discuss now. Okay, so this cold climate, very low temperature from our surroundings, so we feel too much coldness and all. So to avoid it, the peoples are wish to wear these sweaters or blankets which is made with woolen clothes. We will use the woolen clothes like sweaters or blankets, quilts and all. Okay, so actually these woolen clothes or these woolen garments are actually, it's a bad conductor of heat. Okay, when we are wearing these kinds of woolen clothes or sweaters and all, then that time our body becomes, it keeps our body warm. How it keeps our body warm? Because it prevents the outside air to comes into inside of our body, because we are wearing these woolen clothes. These woolen clothes are bad conductor of heat, so it will not allow the outside air or surrounding air to come reaches to our body. Okay, so while wearing the woolen clothes, it keep our body warm, and at the same time it will not transfer our body. In our body there will be some temperature, or it prevent, this woolen clothes is a bad conductor of heat, and it prevents the outside air to comes inside of, means it prevents the air to it prevent the flow of air from the surrounding to our body. And at the same time, in our body temperature or in our body, that air will not go out. So that time it makes our body warm. And igloos means that in the colder regions, means the peoples, they are lives in extreme cold regions, they are making igloos. And what's that speciality? Igloos means that when we consider, mainly these Eskimos make double-walled houses called igloos. Who is making these double-walled houses? Eskimos make double-walled houses called igloos using, and they are making it by the blocks of ice. They are making igloos with the blocks of ice. The air enclosed in between the double walls, it's actually double walled houses, and the air enclosed in between the double walls prevents the transmission of heat generated with the igloo, and hence it keeps them warm. Okay, so this air enclosed in between the double walls prevents the transmission of heat. So it is a double walled home. Okay, igloos is an Eskimos are making these double walled houses, and it prevents the transmission of heat from the inside to outside and outside to inside. And at that it keep the igloos, inside of this igloos becomes warm. Next one is double walls. And what's the speciality of double walls? When we consider about the refrigerators and all, it's made with double walls. The walls and the walls and doors of refrigerators have two layers. The doors and walls are actually these double walls, and in between the double walls, in between at the middle there is an insulating material, and this insulating material prevents the flow of heat from in and And the same way, another examples other than refrigerators, this double walled cold storage, cold ice box, also the same thing happening. Okay, gunny bags, the slabs of ice are covered with the gunny bags, and the material, actually the material used to make these gunny bags are actually, it's a bad conductor of heat. Already we are discussing about the uses of bad conductors of heat. Okay, so heat outside of the ice, more the air present in between the spaces of gunny bags prevents the flow of heat. So all these things you have to remember. Something is present in between or near them, it prevents the movement of air, or it prevents the transfer of heat. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, that's all about today's class. Now we can conclude the class. Okay. Friends, in the beginning we discussed about good and bad conductors. Good conductors are the, good conductors are considered as conductors, and bad conductors we can consider in the category of insulators. And the conductors means that the materials that allow the air to pass through it, it is considered as conductors, and most of the conductors are made with metals and alloys, and some non-metal is also become a good conductor of heat. And bad conductor or insulators means that it does not allow, the material does not allows or do not allow the air to pass or heat to pass through them, it is considered as the insulators. And we discussed the means poor conduction, or we at the same time in insulators we learned that the air and water is also a poor conductor of heat, and that we discussed with the help of an activity. And after that we learned that the uses of good conductors of heat. That uses, mainly we discussed the kitchen utensils are made with the good conductors of, we can easily prepare the cooking item by using these kinds of, with less time we can make them, because they will transfer the heat fastly. And at the same time, the uses of the bad conductors of heat, first we discussed about the insulating handles. How can we discuss the insulating handles? The cooking utensils handles are actually made with this insulating materials like bakelite or wooden materials, or wooden handles are there because they are they are insulators, so we can easily we can easily hold them while cooking time and all, we can easily hold it. And second, and we discussed about the false ceiling. False ceiling means that there is a ceiling, there means two, false ceiling means that a ceiling, false ceiling means that a double ceiling we can consider as a false ceiling. It prevents the transfer of heat from the outside and inside, and it keep the room keep the room or that particular place becomes warm in winter and cold in summer. The transfer of it means in cold climate we know that our surrounding air, it will be more cold air. Okay, so it avoid the cold air to come inside. Okay, and at the same time in summer season our surrounding air, it becomes more hot, so it avoid that air to come inside, or that passage it will make an insulating medium by using this false ceiling. Then woolen garments, that means in the people, those who are living in the cold countries or cold regions and all, they are using these sweaters or blankets made with these woolen items, and it keeps their body warm, and this woolen clothes are very bad conductor of heat. So it keeps our body warm in this extreme cold climate. Okay. And igloos are mainly making these Eskimos. That means the people who are living in these kinds of cold areas and all, they are making the double houses. They made the double walled houses. These double walled houses are considered as igloos, and this igloo speciality is that it prevents or it makes inside. Igloos are like home they are making, and it keeps inside of igloos, it keep warm. Okay, and double walls. Double walls means the walls and doors of refrigerators are made with double walls. In between there should be an insulating material. This insulating material prevent the flow of heat or flow of air, not flow of air in and out. First we discussed about this gunny bags and all, and these also made these bags or these gunnies are very bad conductor of heat. So this, and actually this slabs of ice is covered with these gunny bags, and these gunny bags are actually a poor conductor of heat and it prevent the transfer of air. So that's all about today's class. Hope you all are clear about this topic. Thank you.